Hello everyone. Today let's see how to print hollow pyramid pattern using C programming. So for this pattern, we will take n as input. So n will represent the number of rows or the height of our pyramid. So this length would be n and the base length would be 2 into n minus 1. 2 into n minus 1. So let's see how to print this pattern. So firstly, we will draw our y and x axis. So let's draw it. So this is our y axis and this is our x axis. So to draw the pyramid, we have to print three lines. So this is the first line, this is the second line, and this is the third line. So these are the three lines that we need to print. So let's quickly note down the coordinates of all the vertices. So for this vertex, the coordinate x coordinate would be minus n minus 1. So that means it is minus n plus 1. And the y coordinate would be 0. So all the points in the x-axis has y coordinate equal to 0. Similarly, for this point, we would have n minus 1 and y coordinate would be 0. Coming to the last point, so this point would have x coordinate equal to 0, but the y coordinate would be n minus 1. So since it is starting from 0 and there are n points in total in our height, so our y coordinate for this point would be n minus 1. So now that we have all the coordinates for each of our vertices, now let's write down the line equations that we need. So coming to the base, so this line equation would be y equal to 0, since all the points in this line would have y value equal to 0. So this is the line equation for our base. Coming to this line, so all the coordinates, like all the points in this line, if we add the x and y coordinate, we'll get some constant value, which is n minus 1. So if you take this point, so the y coordinate is n minus 1 and x coordinate is 0. So if we add x plus y, then we will get n minus 1. So the equation for this line is x plus y equal to n minus 1. So you can take any point in this line. So let's say this point. So if we add n minus 1 and 0, we will still get n minus 1 as our result. So this line equation is x plus y equal to n minus 1. So this line is also similar to this, only it is the mirror image of our line in the right side. So here the x coordinates are negative and y coordinates are positive in this line. So the equation for this line would be minus x plus y equal to n minus 1. N minus 1. So we can also write this as y minus x equal to n minus 1. So these are the three line equations. So y minus x equal to n minus 1, y equal to 0, and x plus y equal to n minus 1. So using three line equations, we can print this pattern. So now let's see the code. So firstly, we will take n as our input and n would be an integer. After this, we have to iterate over our rows. So that is the y coordinates. So we are starting from y equal to n minus 1 and we have to decrement y till y equal to 0. So let's take a for loop for this. Y equal to n minus 1, y greater than or equal to 0, and y minus 1. So we are decrementing our y value till it reaches equal to 0. Now inside our each row, we have to iterate over the x coordinates. So x coordinates are starting from minus n plus 1 and ending at n minus 1. So let's take a for loop for x coordinates. X equal to minus n plus 1, x less than or equal to n minus 1, and x plus plus. Now we are at each point. So at each point, there are two options, either to print a symbol or to print a space. So if any of these line equations satisfies for a given point, then we have to print a symbol, or else we have to print a space. So let's add that condition. So we have three line equations. So first line equation is y minus x equal to n minus 1. So this is our first line equation. Then we have y equal to 0, our second line equation. And coming to the third line equation, x plus y equal to n minus 1. So these are the three line equations that we have. So if the point satisfies any of this, so either this line or this line or the third line. So if any one of these equations satisfies for the given point x comma y, then we have to print a symbol. Let's print star. And in the else case, if it does not satisfy, then we can print a space. So once we have iterated over all the points in a given row, we have to move to the next line. So for that, we will be printing a new line. So yes, once we print the new line, we go to the next row and repeat the process. So this is the code. Now let's try to run this. Let's pass n equal to 7. So we are getting a pyramid pattern, which is hollow from the inside. So this is the output. Now let's try for some other values of n. Let's try for some high value, 16. Yes, we are getting it. Let's try for, let's say 4. Hmm. So this is the code, and we are getting our output for all the values of n. So hope this solution is clear. If there are any doubts, you can reach out in the comment section and I will answer the queries. So thank you so much and goodbye.